Welcome, Libra. My name is Emily. I am a transformative energy healer and a multi-dimensional channel. I'm back with your weekly messages. Sorry I'm a day late this week. I have not been feeling that great this week and had a lot to catch up on in my other job, and also had some private clients who need to get my attention. So I am shuffling the cards. This is a general reading, as you know. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs if this does not resonate with you, just to get a more complete message. And there will be in the description box below a link to a specifically and exclusively romantic relationships reading for Libra for this week. And that will be over on Vimeo, but all you need to do is follow the link in the box below. If you find that you'd like to do a private session with me, either a reading or an energy healing, akashic records, any of the above, any mixture of anything that I do, which is how we usually do our sessions, you can visit me at my website, which is IamEmilyGear.com. And I do only have a few appointments remaining for July, so I just want to put that out there in case you are interested. So, all right, just going to get shuffling for what messages we have for Libra this week. What messages we have for Libra this week, please. As you know, we have a lunar eclipse and a full moon coming in next week, so this will encompass those energies. It's already feeling like a very big deal. My energy has been seriously under transformation the last few days as well. Okay, what do we got for Libra here? We have the Knight of Chalices. We have the Tower. We have the Hanged Man. Then we have the Emperor, the World, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so the first message I'm getting is the end of a control struggle. There's some kind of struggle for control that you've been going through with another person or a group. It could be an entity of some sort. It could be a literal entity of some sort, now that that came out of my mouth. But there's been some jostling for control, some kind of control struggle or fight that is coming to an end. I feel like this is your victory, though. I don't feel... And I feel that you're not trying to control something that isn't yours. If I feel like for the most part, this is a struggle for your own sovereignty, which seems to be the buzzword this week, to be honest. It keeps coming up for everyone. Also, with regard to a romantic situation, you might have been going through some kind of chaos or some kind of like breakdown in either relating or some sort of breakdown. So it could have been that you did actually break up, or that somebody left the home, or that there's just been a lot of fighting, a lot of struggling, maybe just a lot of misunderstanding and not really meeting in the middle. And I do want to say that whatever chaos that has caused you, that for some of you, you're starting to see that from another perspective, and that it was necessary in order to break down this struggle for control, this ego battle, this battle for superiority or something. And I think that you're starting to understand that that entire situation was growing out of a toxic mindset, a toxic matrix program. And it's sort of the breakdown of that program, which is making it possible to receive this victory of sorts, to reclaim your sovereignty, because you were never going to get it back by trying to trample on somebody else's sovereignty or trying to control things that you are not able to control, okay? So there are some questions of control and sovereignty, and there's this sense of everything happening for a reason. There's this sense of knowing or feeling and seeing that some things had to break down in order for you to end a toxic cycle, okay? I do feel like there's a reconciliation that might be necessary here, some sharing of feelings, and I think that might help to really close it out. Coming in on the same page, a mutual understanding is what needs to happen here. If this was with another person, it could be with a group or an employer or something like that, where you just don't want to leave off on a bad note. So I think that that is probably important, because if a lot of words have not been said, then a lot of feelings have been thrown. You know, a lot of energy has been thrown back and forth. There could be a literal energy struggle within you, you and either their energy trying to encroach upon your space or vice versa. Sorry for the coughing. I'm actually going to the doctor next week about this because it just won't stop. So for any of you, you know, some of you could really benefit from a cord cutting or like just an energy clearing, just because I'm feeling like if there's not some sort of outside entity coming in and attaching, I don't want to freak you out, that's probably not many of you, but I am kind of seeing that, then it's super possible that within the process of this, that this person has hooked into your energy or torn through your energy or vice versa, because of the amount of frustration, emotions, energy that has been thrown back and forth. Because we're more than our physical bodies, as you know, and we're fully capable of intending. This is how energy basically works. This is the function of magic, so to speak, or people who practice magic, essentially, is when you are maybe... So white magic is different, but there are some forms of magic where people will attempt to manipulate the energy of others. And because you're not intending that, it doesn't have the same consequence for your karma, but you do have to rectify that in some way if you are the sender. If you're the receiver, then you would benefit from an energy clearing or cord cutting or something, okay? There are karmic consequences to unintentionally siphoning off people's energy, but it's different than if you intentionally do it, obviously. Okay, so I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole, because that is not the message for today. The message for today is really about a victory of sovereignty. So that's very positive, but there is some kind of reconciliation that's necessary. And that doesn't mean everything's okay after that. I'm kind of getting that like, it doesn't mean that you go back to normal. You have a new normal now. And coming to terms with that is really important as well. And it might actually be better than what it was before. I mean, it is better in the long run than it was before, but you might actually even consciously be feeling that it's better. So, you know, this is not to set you up to expect something negative. It's just that you have a new normal. It's just a different situation now. Complete shift for you after something had to be broken down to get it out of your way. We have the Empress. The Page of Wands with the Hermit and the Devil. I just realized I haven't shown you any of these cards. All right, here are the first cards that I didn't show you. The Knight of Cups with the Tower and the Hanged Man. This is the Botticelli Golden Tarot, by the way. Then the Emperor with the World. quintessential Botticelli image of Venus on the half shell. Here's that 5 of Wands. And then we've got the Empress with the Page of Wands. And finally, the Devil with the Hermit. So what are you going to do with this new beginning? What are you going to do with this new start that you've been gifted? And I'm going to call it a gift because with the Tower coming in there, it feels like the universe came in and really made a move on your behalf, okay? Even though it might feel like chaos or a loss of some sort, okay? And let's be honest, we're talking about a lunar eclipse. And so it's very likely that certain doors will be closing for you, certain karmic cycles closing for you, which is exactly what this World card means. And it's, again, very positive. In the end, it's very positive. So with the Empress and the Page of Wands, I almost feel like there's this desire to really meaningfully start over, sort of clearing the slate and planting new seeds, okay? Planting new seeds to grow. And this is all about how you want your life to play out moving forward. What do you want your life to mean is kind of what I'm hearing. And so there is some looking inward with this Hermit card coming up and evaluating the place where you have gotten in your own way in the past, because there are a lot of situations where you have sort of known what it was that you wanted to do or what you felt your purpose was, but you've put a stop to it because you felt that for some reason you needed to go another way to be able to support yourself, or because this is what's expected of you by your family, or this is what's expected of you by a partner, or something like that. And so what I'm feeling here is you're actually really taking a look at what it is that you want and have felt in your inside, from the inside, in your intuition. Like what way do you now need to take control and lead yourself forward from the inside, not by the expectations of the external world, because that's what has gotten in your way in the past. Now, I will say that there are no mistakes, and so whatever you've done up to this point is because you needed to learn something, you needed to have an experience, you needed to be brought to this point where you could recognize having blocked yourself, and now the timing is right for you to step into your new mission, whatever that might be. So just know that there's no wasted time here. It's just that you are really looking closely at that, and you're getting yourself aligned to take those first steps here. Now, I don't know if you physically take those steps or if you simply are inspired to start the planning process here, because it's the wands, it's the Page of Wands coming up. I want to encourage you to write a lot of this stuff down, is what I'm feeling, and then you can begin taking baby steps forward. I feel like they're kind of saying that like there's no need to have a full plan, okay? Actually, I was saying this to a client last night. There's no need to have a full plan right now. It's really about aligning yourself with the energy that resonates with you moving forward, the energy of what it is that you've probably known your whole life you wanted to do, or were meant to do, or had the skills to do, or the drive to do. It's aligning yourself with a renewed sense of purpose in that way. It's all coming in very soon, okay? More physical steps are coming in soon. But for this week, I want you to focus on really understanding, or really diving into what you've known inside all along, okay? And separating that out from the ways that you've blocked yourself. And understanding that you don't need to do anything that society tells you to do. You don't need to do anything your parents told you to do. I mean, you know, there are some obvious things like please don't go around murdering people, okay? But I don't think I need to tell you that. This is really about getting in alignment and getting into your soul mission, okay? That's what I'm feeling for you this week. I'm going to go ahead and get a card from the Moonology deck for you just to cap off this reading. Okay, what do we have for Libra from this deck to tie up this reading nicely for them, please? Final message for Libra, please. That is way too many cards, but out of these, which one do I want? I'm not looking at them, I'm feeling for the, okay. Be bold and make the first move. And I feel like that really does kind of, that really locks in the message here about moving away from the ways you've blocked yourself in the past by fulfilling the expectations of others. This is about being bold and making the first move to being able to anchor this into the physical world. But the first move then is to know what it is, you know, to go within, to understand what it is that you've wanted and set aside those mental voices that are telling you no, because they're the voice of your teachers, they're the voice of your parents, they're the voice of your partner or whoever saying, you know, no, you can't do this, okay? So I hope this is helpful for you moving forward in this week. The link to the romantic relationships reading is in the description box below. Please join us over there if you would like. And if not, then I will see you again next week. Okay, thank you so much. And I will see you then. Bye.